Good evening, friends. Weather Authority Alert Day is in effect for your Thursday because of the threat of strong to severe storms looming tomorrow. Now, right now, we still have a few thunder boomers that I wanted to point out. This now moving into Pittsylvania and Halifax counties. A few thunder boomers, but still, most of us are seeing dry conditions right now. And this will be the pattern as we head into the evening and overnight hours tonight. Very few and far between in terms of our precip. Now tomorrow that will change just a bit. Right now we certainly have the fuel for these storms that are now moving into the area. It is hot and it is humid outside. 84 now in Roanoke, Bedford 87, 88 in Alta Vista and in Lynchburg, as well as South Boston, 80 in Blacksburg, and now 79 in Pulaski. Still very hot, and our dew points even higher in the upper 60s and 70s area-wide. That's why it feels very, very muggy outdoors. And this pattern will continue. We have the heat, we have the humidity, and tomorrow we have a very strong cold front that will move into the area. And that's why this map looks like this. From the Storm Prediction Center, nearly the entire state of Virginia is in a slight risk tomorrow. That is a 2 out of a 5 on their rating scale, and we are looking out for some threats for this severe weather, including damaging wind gusts as well as hail. Flooding is definitely a high concern because of the significant rainfall that we've dealt with these past couple of days, even last week. We had a lot of rain in a very short amount of time. It did bring some flooding to the area. So we already have saturated ground, and adding on to it the rain that we're already expecting. With this system, flooding is a concern, as well as those gusty winds and hail. Now, I will mention the tornado threat is very low, but it is not zero. So we will keep an eye out for any storms that begin to rotate tomorrow afternoon as they enter this favorable environment. The good news is the more favorable shear, which is the more fuel that we have in the atmosphere, it's going to be further towards central Virginia and northern Virginia. It's here in southwest Virginia. We still have the fuel, but it's not as great of an amount. So futurecast, timing this out tonight. What we're looking at for the timeline tomorrow, we'll start off Thursday morning very clear, not looking at a lot of cloud cover at all. However, things shift a little bit by about lunchtime. You'll notice a few of these pop-up storms that could eventually turn into rotating supercells that we are going to watch very closely as they enter this very hot and humid environment. This passes through by about 3 o'clock. We're still dealing with very isolated coverage, but more so you'll notice that these strengthen a bit as they move towards the Roanoke Valley, more so into Lynchburg and South Side zone, and head off towards the I-95 corridor. So the timeline, again, beginning at noon, and this will continue even through 8 o'clock. We still have the chance for some of these spotty showers to move through, but we are totally dry by 10 o'clock tomorrow night, and we will remain dry into the overnight hours. And really for the next couple of days after Thursday, albeit it will be a mess. We're looking at a lot of storms moving through, but after that, it will be beautiful, and we are going to see dry conditions, a lot of sunshine on deck. So let's talk rainfall. About a quarter inch to a half inch that we will add on to our totals, which at least it's not an inch plus, but still not what we want to see in terms of that flooding concern. Zone by zone tonight, low temperature 60s and 70s in our 7-day forecast. We are back in the 80s and 90s for the dry stretch headed our way after Thursday.